Start.
Welcome to another edition of Arizona Living. Today we're going to talk about moving to Arizona if you have kids. Stay tuned! So guys, this is an impromptu live stream. I asked Rory back there if I should just record this like a regular video, and she said, no, Daddy, go live. So we are going live. This is a video I was gonna create. I got a question from a Zoni by the name of Latia Shanai. I hope I pronounced that correct. And she wrote, I live in Chicago and plan on moving to Arizona. Can you do a video about moving from a city to Arizona with kids? How will kids probably adjust? I have young kids. Well, Latia, this video is for you. Now, I have firsthand personal experience being the new kid in school, moving from one state to another. When I was 15 years old, I relocated from Brooklyn, New York to New Jersey, to a town called Island. Now, it may not seem like geographically that's a big deal, moving from point A to point B geographically, but it was night and day. You cannot compare living in Brooklyn, where you hear sirens and car alarms all day long, to moving to Jersey, where all I heard were crickets. And those crickets at night were deafening. Will you stop making faces over here? So, but I was the new kid. I remember clear as day. I was 15 years old. I was devastated when my mom relocated me. Now again, I was an older kid. I was 15. You mentioned you have younger kids. But being the new kid, it was quite an adjustment for me making new friends. Luckily, a couple people felt sorry for me, I guess. They took me under their wing, and I was able to be a friend, have friends, I should say. But what I would recommend for your children, a couple different things. Number one, in order to have friends, be a friend. Be a little outgoing, show interest in the other person, ask questions. Number two, join groups, be it cheerleading, football, music, whatever. Join groups for things that you're interested in, and you'll meet friends that way too. Now, is it going to be easy for your kids to adjust being from Chicago, Chi-Town, a real city, to Arizona? It's going to be a challenge. They may hate it for the first 1, 2, 3, 4 years. But in my case, moving from New York to Jersey, I grew to absolutely love New Jersey. And I hated it at first, absolutely hated it. But I don't know. I'm not a fortune teller. I can't tell you for sure your kids will adjust. You'll want to do a little bit of research as to what school you bring your kids to, because schools here, public schools, are not the best. We don't pay all that much in taxes. And so, schools are not the best here. Rory, come here. Come here. So school, the school she goes to is rated a 9. When we lived in Avondale, the school she was slated to go to was a 4. How you like your school? Look at the camera over here. Stop. Give me my phone. Give me my phone. Her nickname is YouTube Crackhead, because she's just addicted to YouTube nonstop, and she likes to steal my phone. So you like your school? You like your school?
What do you think?
Yeah, she likes her school. Now, mind you. Okay, the lesson I took away from that whole school situation was that it's possible for you to move from point A to point B, and I took that lesson in learning how to make friends, and I put it to work in my corporate life. I've had over 20 jobs, and every time I start a new job, it's the same thing. I'm the new kid on the block. I have to make new friends, find out where the water cooler is. I see comments here. Smile now, cry later. Hey, homie, how have you been, fool? I've been good. How you doing? And Jenna Halta, yes, thank you for this video. Same here from Chicago, wanting to move to Arizona for kids. Hello, what's up, Raymond? I'm not going to try to pronounce your last name. Yeah, I'll butcher your last name. I don't want to offend you. So, so it is possible. What are you doing? It is possible to move to Arizona with kids. Will it be an adjustment? Yes. You're going to want to look into the schools, okay? So, look into, if you go to realtor.com, here, take my phone. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye, Roy. I love you.
Bye-bye.
You can leave your cat. She's okay. Leave your cat. Just go.
Okay.
Take the phone. Leave the cat. You remember that thing?
What?
Take the gun, leave the cannoli. Take the phone, leave the cat. Anyway, you'll get the joke tomorrow, guys. But Johnny Raymond, glad to see you back on. Yeah, I wasn't planning on making this live, but the kid was like, do it live, Daddy. But, you know, it's a challenge to move anywhere with kids. And what I keep going back to is make sure the school you're going to put the kids in is good, because some of the schools here are shitty. So go to realtor.com, type in the zip code of where you're looking and, you know, potentially where you're going to buy a house or whatever. And it'll tell you the rating of the school. You know, I don't know if Yelp actually shows that, but look into it. You could definitely see online how your potential school is rated. And if it's a shitty school, you may want to consider looking to a charter school. Charter schools receive public funding, but they're privately ran, okay? So that's how charter schools work. There's one out here by the name of Basis. I have a video on this. Basis is off the charts. You know, I said her school's a 9, Basis is probably a 12. But I was fortunate. She had the opportunity to choose whether we enrolled her in Basis or a regular public school. We chose regular public school because what happens is as you progress through Basis, they start giving the kids 4 hours of homework a night. Basis, they have a very Asian mindset that education is number one, and the kids cry and they're miserable, and I wouldn't be surprised if some kids commit suicide over it. I did not want my kid to be put under all that stress over education. So, you know, I chose to put her in a regular public school. Now, granted, it's a 9. It's not too shabby. It's a 9. But it's not Basis. Kids that graduate from Basis are a few years ahead of their peers that went to regular schools, you know? So there's something to be said for it. I'm not bad-mouthing it. I'm just saying, me as a parent, my personal preference is to put my kid in a regular school, and not her cousin goes to Basis. And both of them are in 1st grade. And to be honest, at this point right now, there's no difference between the education level, but it's only 1st grade. So more comments here. Smile now, cry later. We'll be moving to AZ in 2021. 2 kids. One will be a junior in high school. Marianne, true about the schools with any move. My parents rented until they found the best place. Then they bought their home. That's cool. Marianne, thank you very much, by the way, for that comment you put. I'm going to go with what you suggested. The new motivational series. I don't know if it's going to go anywhere, but I'm going to try making some motivational videos on this channel. It's going to be called Quotes and Shit, the place for, what do we call it? For cheap therapy. That's it. So it's still new to me too, but I really liked your suggestion, so that's what we're going with. Quotes and Shit, the place for cheap therapy. There you go. So I already asked my artist to make some thumbnails. I have 2 thumbnails in mind, and then we'll see where it goes. It might add some more traffic to the channel. It might do one gots, just like my music videos, but we'll see. I have to keep trying. Eventually, some video is going to go viral and the channel is going to take off. It's just a matter of time, guys. Just a matter of time. So I'm going to keep swimming for the fences. We'll see what happens. But, you know, what other questions you got for me? Because that was all I really wanted to talk about. My experience, personal experience, moving from one city to another. Yes, it was hard. I got through it. Long story short, I'm a lone wolf. The whole friend thing didn't really matter to me all that much. I'm sure other kids would be more devastated than I was. I mean, my brother, he moved too. For him, he didn't really care. It's easy for him to make friends. Me, not so much. I'm kind of outside of this whole YouTube thing, I'm actually really quiet, very reserved. You don't see me talking so much. I'm actually I use my ears and mouth in proportion, you know? I listen more than I talk outside of doing this YouTube thing. Rick Allen, I've got a 4th grader and 7th grader in Basis. The homework is not near what you said. Not yet. Wait for it. It's coming. At most, a couple hours. Yeah. What I've heard, Rick, seriously, I've heard from several sources. As you progress, in particular, the high schoolers, you said your eldest is in 7th grade. That's not 12th grade yet. As you progress, more and more hours of homework are given. So I've been told it's a slow progression. So I've done a lot of research on this. In fact, I went undercover. I went to Basis. And in my video, I showed a little bit of the footage that I snuck in during the little tour. And I've done quite a bit of research. I just didn't want to put my kid through that. And like I said, her cousin goes to Basis, and right now it's fine. But 4 hours of homework a night is ridiculous, you know, and I've heard comments on this channel from kids that go to Basis that confirm it, so I'm not talking out my ass. Let's see here. Later, see you later. Smile now, cry later. Any other questions for me? Because again, that's all I really wanted to talk about. I was going to make a traditional video, you know, where I cut in and out and, you know, do the Zoom thing and add pictures and whatnot and try to make it funny and add music. And Rory was just like, just go live now, Daddy. I was like, all right, fine, I'll go live. And then she took my phone. She ended up taking my damn iPhone. She has my iPhone right now. She's what I call YouTube crackhead. What's going on? MC Slots 8084, what's going on? But yeah, you're coming in late, MC. I was just gonna close it out unless anyone else has something to say. It's been 10 minutes. I just wanted to make this one video for my friend Latia Shanae. She's moving here from Chi-Town. Unrelated, I guess, I don't know if it's related or not, but yesterday I met with the A-Team. We recorded 3 videos about houses they have available in Avondale for sale, and we were gonna do a review of their new restaurant, Thai Gourmet in Avondale. Didn't work out with our schedules. We're gonna have to reschedule that maybe next weekend. But yeah, the A-Team's doing well. And I already edited that video. I'm waiting for some thumbnails and then we'll post it and that'll be that. It's gonna be a long video. It's like 47 minutes. Better late than never. That's right, MC Slots. Crying out smell. I think you were leaving. How's the weather right now? The weather today was fantastic in Arizona, actually. Not to brag, but it was like 74 degrees. I was driving around with my windows down. We went to Costco. I've discovered that at Costco, Sundays at 3 or 4 p.m. are the best times to go. So I'm gonna trying to go more later in the day on Sundays. But yeah, it was fantastic. We had lunch at Red Robin. We then went to Costco, came back, and Cartoon Wife is downstairs right now watching football. The Chiefs, they beat out the Titans, and now she's watching her precious Green Bay Packers go up against the 49ers. It's wet, cold, and gloomy here in Seattle. What else is new? That's your standard Seattle weather every day. It's freaking, I spent like 3 weeks in Seattle, and I swear it rained every single day I was there. I'm told Portland it rains even more there. You're jealous? You're jealous? That's all right. That's all right. You know, you'll get your revenge come summertime, I promise. I promise you'll get your revenge. You'll be laughing at me when I'm like, Jesus Christ, I went outside for 2 seconds. You could you know, boil an egg out there. It's 42 degrees in Oklahoma. I can't wait to come back to AZ. Oklahoma, wow. 10-0 49ers. Well, I don't really care either way. Who wins doesn't matter to me. I'm not really a sports guy. It's freezing cold and snow in Chi-Town. 18 degrees, Jenna Helta. Holy crap, 18 degrees. I'll never forget when I was going to Minnesota that one time for work, and the pilot, we're about to land, and he goes, folks, I don't know how to tell you this, but it's -11 outside. -11. In Minnesota, and when I landed, my cab driver was from Jamaica. He was like, ah! He was freezing his ass off. I found it funny, but yeah, it's no joke cold there. Thank goodness they have those skywalks, or else people would die. From Rick Allen from Seattle, can't stand the rain and gloom. Having sun every day makes a big difference. I agree. It definitely makes a big difference. You don't need to shovel sunshine. Like I said, I've been to Seattle several times, and I could see why you know, the suicide rate there is so high. The weather just makes you depressed, and I could also see why coffee sales are so good there. Because you know, I always felt like I needed a pick me up while I was there because the weather's so gloomy. You know. Crying out smell, oh, hell yeah, Rick, that's right. So guys, I've been trying to close this out. We're now 14 minutes into this live stream. I literally just wanted to answer Latia Shanae's question that she posted a day ago, at least that's what my screenshot says, about moving to Arizona with kids. Can it be done? Yes. Okay. Smile now, cry later. Beer and barbecue weather every weekend. Pretty much. You know, I've gone through a couple different grills outside. You know, the last one I had before this one had a grease fire, believe it or not. So I had to replace the whole damn thing. But yeah, I have another one going on now. This is like my 3rd one, I think. And we barbecue quite a bit. I'm not gonna lie. I even got a what do you call them? A pizza stone for grilling outside if I want to make a pizza outside. How bratty is that? So guys, any other questions for me, or else I'm gonna end this right now? No? All right, well, before we go, I, of course, have to give a shout out to my friends, the A-Team. If you're looking for real estate in the Phoenix Valley, this is who you need to call. Janet and Gabby, the A-Team. I hung out with them a good portion of yesterday along with Cartoon Wife and Rory. They don't just do the west side, they do the whole valley. So if you're interested in a house in Chandler or Gilbert or Queen Creek or whatever, they could definitely still help you out. They know a lot about the valley. Every time I meet with them, I learn something new. Two things I learned yesterday, okay? Two very interesting things. Number one, they're building 30,000 new houses in Avondale. 30,000 new houses in Avondale over the course of the next 3 years. That's a lot of houses. The second fun fact they taught me, 10,000 people are moving to the Phoenix Valley every month. That's 120,000 people moving to the Phoenix Valley every year. That is a lot. That is crazy. Can't wait to move back. Robert Vargas, take care, man. Thanks, Johnny. Smile now, cry later. Great job, homie. Keep up the good work, fool. All right, well, I guess at this point, we're going to close it out, guys. So that concludes another edition of, whoa. Hold on. Robert Vargas, how hard is it to register your child in public school? For me, it was real easy. The school she goes to is a block away. I called them up. I'm like, hey, what do I need to do to register her? They sent me a website link. I typed in the information. I followed up. And that was that. It was really easy. Keep in mind, we were already residents of Arizona. She was going to a preschool in the same town. Not that that matters, but it was real easy. It was not a problem whatsoever getting her in. There's like if you want to send them to a school that's not like your immediate school that you would send them to geographically, then you're like on a wait list for like the outsider, I don't know what you call it, but the outsider group. We were literally a block away, so we're kind of like guaranteed a spot, so to speak, because we're so close to this one school, so it was real easy. It was not a problem whatsoever, to answer your question. At least that was my personal experience signing up my daughter. Smile now, cry later. Go Pack Go. Very funny. Cartoon Wife, she gets all mad if the Packers lose. Whatever. It doesn't matter to me either way. I think it's kind of cool to see the 49ers back in it ever since Colin Kaepernick, But we'll see. We'll see what ends up happening. I mean, that guy from the Chiefs, I call Mahomes, I call him high school boy. That guy's amazing. That guy's freaking crazy good. It'll be good to see him in the Super Bowl. All right, guys. Well, last chance. I know there's a delay. Last chance to ask me something, and then I'm going to sign off. We're already 17 minutes into this. It was going to be a quick video answering one question. All right, going once, going twice. That concludes another edition of Arizona Living. Be sure to like, subscribe, and let me know below what questions you have for me regarding living or moving to Arizona. Till next